You know how when you are a graduate and you are looking for job up and down and you get interview calls here and there and it do not really work out. After youth service, I'm just looking for job up and down. And this particular day, one of my friend, we were talking and he said, okay, there's this job interview, not really interview, this written assessment that he's going for, and that he thinks I should also go there. And I said, I did not apply to this organization. I did not apply to, I did not send my CV, I did not do any application and all that, even though I've been applying to other organizations and stuff, but I've not really applied to this one. So he told me that no problem, they've sent him text that he should come on Monday. And I was like, but I was not invited. He said no problem, I can just come and do the test, and if they sees that I passed the test, they might call me for the interview. I was just reluctant. He convinced me to followed him and do the test, and I was like, no, I don't think so. He was even like I should dress well and all that. I said, okay, no problem. I remembered I was telling my sisters that should I go, should I not go? They were encouraging. They said I should just go and try my luck, and I said, okay, no problem. Even on Monday, I was not really feeling it. This my friend kept calling me that where am I? They will soon start and everything. Just I just have um I just have to gather courage to just go there. So I carried my CV, photocopy everything, and went there. All the candidates are there. All the candidates they invited are there except me, the intruder, the uninvited guest. So I came, they were 10, and I was the 11th person. So they have not really started. So I waited. Then the man came and he was like, why am I seeing 11 names? You're supposed to be 10. Who is the 11th person? So I raised my hand and he was like, wait, did we invite you and everything? And I said, no, I was not invited. I came to submit my CV here, and someone mentioned that they are going to do a written test, so I should come and try my luck. And he was like, who is the person that told you? I just said, it was just someone outside. He said, okay, where's your CV? And I showed it to him. And he was like, can you really do it? And I said, yes. He said, have you served? I said, yes, my certificate of service is there. So he checked my CV, my results, and everything, and he was like, okay, no problem, you can wait and do the test. So I waited, we wrote the test, it was just written test. After the test, I left. I remember my friend was scared. He told me he was scared because he thought I was going to mention his name. I said, no, why would I do that? I'm not a kid. I left, and they called, I think, no, they sent me a text, I think 2 weeks or a week later. I can't really recall that, okay, I'm invited for an oral interview. And I said, oof, so that means my written test was okay. So because I did not really prepare for anything that time, I just went there like, let me just honor my friend's invitation, let me just give it a trial, because obviously I was desperate in need of a job at the time. So like I should just take my chances and do everything that could potentially lead me to getting a job. And I think they call, when they text me, they later called to confirm that I'll be coming, and I said, okay, no problem. So me and my friends still went there for the interview. And I remember we were trying to rehearse questions, like all the obvious questions that they were going to ask us. I remember when I told my elder brother that, okay, they've called me for this interview, he also sent me some tips about how to answer interview questions. And I was like, oh. And I went there. When they called me, I sat before they were three. So they asked questions, and I was able to answer them as honest as I could at the time. So after the interview, we left. We did not really hear from them till I think, because I've already like, oh, maybe they're not going to call me, that kind of thing. Then I think about 2 or 3 weeks later, because it took a while before they now sent that, okay, we should do interview, we should do, sorry, training. It was this online training because it was a bank, so we are supposed to do this bank training. So after the training, we are then going to be officially hired for the job. So we waited. Then they put date for the 3 days online training. I remembered the first day of the training, I was sick. I was sick. I was having fever and catarrh. I was very sick. I was watching the videos and I was just not getting anything from the training. So, and I remember later on, a friend of mine sent me a job. It was a script and a voiceover job. I was supposed to just write the script, but I said I can do the voiceover too because I usually do voiceovers. We negotiated and he paid me. And in my mind, I was like, oof, if I can be paid this money for doing something simple like that, then why am I really desperate for a corporate job, which obviously the salary is not really that big. So I remembered, even with my voice not being at its best shape, I was able to do the voiceover and the editing and everything, and I was being paid the complete money for the job. So the second day, the people called that we should attend physical training at the branch, not really the online training. So I went there for the training. Even that day, I was not strong enough. I was just there. So on the third day, I was a bit better. So we had the training, it was fun and everything. They told us the salary and also the commission. So, and that they are going to announce the day we are to start and everything. So we left, and later on they called us and gave us the, no, that was not what happened. After that interview, the other branch, the other manager called us that he wanted to see us, that he has his own questions that he wants to ask us. So I remember we went to the second branch, and when I entered, the man was asking, and we are from the same local government. The man was asking, how am I? Did I have people that can bring huge amount of money, 100 million to the bank? And I was like, 100 million to the bank? And I said, okay, I cannot say that because I don't know anything about the job. Like, I can say we can start from small number, maybe 10 million, but 100 million, I cannot get. I have to be in the job to learn everything for me to be able to make that answer that I can bring that huge amount of money to the bank. So I was trying to answer smartly and everything. I think that particular second interview that we did with the other branch manager was the reason when they hired us. They were able to divide us to the two branches. I was sent to the second branch where the manager was asking me if I can bring 100 million to the bank. After the training, they later called us to come and collect our acceptance letter. We did, and they told us to start to resume on Monday because we collected the letter on Friday, so that we are to resume on Monday. So I think I will have to do another video about my first day at my corporate job, and even all the experiences I had, and even why I have to leave the job after just 3 months. So if you want to know what happened and how my first day at the job goes, please consider subscribing to my channel so that you see the video when I eventually upload it. Thank you for watching.